I use the energy of the new moons to set intentions, to begin something new, to initiate something. And this new moon in Gemini is one that I've been waiting for a while, and something that I'm really excited about just because of the archetype of Gemini and the planets involved in this alignment, which I'll get to in a second. Don't allow the square to Saturn in Pisces discourage you. At the time of this new moon, which is when the sun and moon come together in the sky, there is a stellium of planets in the sign of Gemini. I consider a stellium to be 3 or more planets in the same sign. We have the sun, moon, Venus, Mercury, which is the ruler of the sign of Gemini and therefore the ruler of this new moon. Don't worry, once you understand essential dignities, you'll understand what I'm saying. And Jupiter, that's 5 planets in the sign of Gemini. This is why I personally use whole sign houses, especially when it comes to transits, because there is an area of your life that is going through multiple new cycles at the same time, and it's trying to expand. On June 4th, we had a Venus cazimi and a Mercury and Jupiter conjunction. And then on June 14th, we'll have a Mercury cazimi in the sign of Gemini. The archetype of Gemini is the storyteller. Like I mentioned, it is ruled by Mercury, which is a planet that deals with communication in both speaking and writing. But in order for Gemini to tell the story, they need to gather the intel, the information, the data points, sometimes gossip, sometimes receipts. I mean, if you ever watch a Gemini person, either sun, moon, rising, or stellium, they are buzzing around, talking to different people and trying to gauge what people are thinking. So if we apply that to your Gemini whole sign house and the area of your life that signifies, then you are expanding in that area of your life by expanding your mind and gathering intel and gathering information. What makes this new moon really sweet and auspicious is that the ruler of the new moon is in the same sign, Gemini, and the 2 benefics in astrology, which are Jupiter and Venus. But like I mentioned, they are square to Saturn in the sign of Pisces. Saturn in the sign of Pisces is asking you to re-examine old calcified belief systems that you might have carried on through your ancestors, elders, or your own patterning. For example, you've always dreamed of becoming a writer or writing a screenplay or starting your YouTube channel, and you set that intention on this new moon as signified by the archetype of Gemini. But you come to a square, you come to a moment where your old belief systems, your limiting beliefs about what's possible for you start creeping up. Squares are not to be feared. They are actually necessary in order for us to go against our growth edge, to help us expand and help us to grow, in order for us to become in alignment with the intentions that we've set. Just remember, because Saturn is involved, that we don't see the fruit the same day we plant the seeds.